Welcome to another episode of Styling Matters. I'm your host, Lizzie Richardson. I'm recording today one of the style edits, so if you're listening on audio, you might actually be better off watching the video. I'm really excited to say, because video was only available on Spotify, but I've now set up YouTube. You just have to type into YouTube Styling Matters with Lizzie Richardson and my channel should pop up. There's not many subscribers because I've literally told nobody. In fact, this could actually be the announcement. And I have intentionally set that up because I was fully aware that some of you just couldn't watch the videos, and I thought YouTube's probably the best place to put it. So if you're listening to this and you want to watch the video, then it'll either be on Spotify or on YouTube. But today we are going to actually go through some of the items that I've highlighted to you over the last few months and see if they're in the sale. I only found out about the sale myself this week when I walked in store after going back to purchase. You know what it's like, you see something in store, you're unsure. I didn't have time to try it on at the time that I saw it, and I thought, oh, I'll come back if after a few days of thinking about it, it's still in my mind, then I'll come back and try it on, because I was holding up multiple sizes and I thought, I'm gonna need to try on. I can't guess this. I kind of wanted an oversized feel to it, but I felt normal size looked oversized. And then I was debating a bit whether actually do I still need to size up one, because I really needed the dress to be oversized for that kind of really cool girl chic look. So when I did go back in store, they'd moved everything around. I thought, I really don't need this when I'm up against time. So I was having a little moan to the sales assistant, and then she was just like, oh no, I'm really sorry. We're just preparing the store because the sale starts tomorrow. So then I thought mentally, well, I'm not going to buy today if it's all going to go in the sale tomorrow. As it happens, I've looked on the website. No such joy. No such joy. Mine is still at full price, but it doesn't matter. Some of the other stuff that I've been looking at, that I've been telling you about, has gone into sale. So we're going to have a little mooch together, and we're going to start with a reference point. It's going to be Marks and Spencer's, and it's going to be a reel that I literally posted in the last couple of weeks of some bits that I was highlighting. The reel has done exceptionally well. Nearly 3,000 people have viewed it, and it had I got a lot of comments actually in the reel, but also on DMs about how it was a good edit. So we're going to start there as a reference point. And if you're watching the video, I think if I do a really good enough job, this should be an insert of the reel for you to see as a reference point what I'm talking about. I'm babbling. I actually know I'm babbling. So we're going to move on into the actual show. Okay, so the first one that was in my reel was the draped asymmetric blouse. This didn't make the sale. I saw this in store last week. It is lovely. I think what you need to be careful of though is, especially if you're petite or haven't got much height, if I'm truly honest, the top is very long, and I think you could end up it looking like it's drowning on you. So it's definitely one to try on, but you do need, I would say, good length to your legs. Okay, I know that sounds like an odd thing to say, but proportions are really important for how a garment fits. And for this one, it just won't work if you don't have the length in the leg, because you can see here the top just really does drape, and it could look more like it's drowning on you rather than being very sophisticated and flowing as you walk. You kind of want to achieve this look, but I really, really like this. I think this is absolutely superb for the office. Really, really like it. The next one I'm looking for, here we go. I think I found it. Cotton Rich, that's it. The tailored shorts. Not many sizes left. That's so frustrating. So frustrating. Now, what I would say is if you are in the UK the stores are going to still have stock. So it's one to still consider. If you really love it, it might be worth this weekend heading to the store to see if you can get hold of them. But yeah, I really like this, and this has gone down from 69 to 34.50. So the popular linen blend high-waisted Bermuda shorts, they haven't gone down. But you know what? They are a very good price at 36. I actually saw these in store on Sunday, and they are really, really good quality. I was actually really impressed. These were one of the items that actually genuinely didn't have time to try on. It's got such a lovely belt as well that you could use on some of your summer dresses. So it's kind of, not not kind of has to be all about all about the shorts. I definitely think that belt could be reused for sure. So if you really, really liked the other shorts, this is a great second option. And as you can see, a lot of the sizing is still available. Right, I'm trying to find that midi dress that I featured. So bear with me. Here we go. Oh no, that's a shame. Mind you, it's so popular. Look at that. Only size 12 and 16 and 18 left. Do you think this dress is lovely? I didn't see that in store, if I'm truly honest. Not sure if that's an online only. Let me just have a look. Do they do it in any other colour? Not that I can see. The satin lace insert skirt. Oh no! Only size, hold on. This is petite, regular, tall. Oh, you've got to go in store. See if you can find that one. Didn't actually see that in store, not to my knowledge. But I tell you what, I did see. If you're liking the balloon trousers, I might find them actually in the Peruna section. They had lace detailing on balloon trousers, which I thought were, especially if you're going to a festival or maybe across to Ibiza and that. I did actually think that would be really, really lovely. Just pausing to say, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button. It's the best way you can help me do more of this. And if you love a particular episode, then share it with your girlfriends. Thank you, honey. Now back to the show. One of the first ones I want to show you is this denim button-through midi-waisted dress. It's £26.60. Lots of sizes available. And I think this is great. You can go into the city with this, you could go to work, you could even, dare I say, you can wear this at the weekend. It's a really versatile dress. Love the belt, but you could easily swap that out for a leather belt to match, or even a suede one to like matching with the boots. These boots look fantastic, by the way. They're not in the sale, they're £80, but I have to say they look really, really lovely. Perfect for autumn coming up. So yeah, I really highly recommend that one. Earlier on I said that Peruna had been showing some lace balloon trousers, and I saw these in store. I think the brown probably showcases them a little bit better, but they have some lace detailing around near the can you see here? Let me just go in closer. There we go. Can you see the lace on them? I have to say, on the mannequin, they looked really good. And I think if you want a bit more of a relaxed vibe with the balloon trousers, I think these are great. Now, there's been a lot of chat that I've seen regarding balloon trousers. They do need to be big on you. That's the idea of them. So I saw some recommendations, if in doubt, size up, but you actually want to create that shape, but you need to make sure they go in at the waist. And they do generally look really good styled with a top that comes in at the waist rather than oversized and oversized. So you've got to really think about your proportions when you're styling the balloon trousers. Now, one that I did try on and I ummed and ahed, and sadly, they are, as you can see here, these have gone completely out of stock. I did try this on. Do you know what stopped me? If I show you, then I'm not showing it too much here. Can you see here? Let's go big. Can you see here the ties down at the bottom of the shoe? I had sliders on the day that I went to try them, and they were hanging over, and there was a small part of me that was like, I'm going to have to wear heels to wear these. And as you can see here on this model, she is. And I couldn't go down a size, and if I went up a size, it'd have been even longer. So I was umming and ahhing, and I didn't get them on the day, and I kind of regretted it. But the top is in the sale, textured slash neck blouse. It's gone down to £15. I think I tried on a 10, maybe a 12 for my shape. And I have to say I really liked the top. In fact, I loved the top more than I did the trousers. And if I was in store and I saw the top, I'd probably buy the top. I really, really did like it a lot. So I'm showing it to you because I think the top has value in itself. You don't necessarily need both to make the outfit. I think that's quite chic. And if you perhaps got brown or black kind of balloon trousers, or if you decided to go for something different, wear it with a suede skirt and show off your legs, I just think that top's just really, really lovely. Skipping on from Marks and Spencer's, I wanted to show you this Zara checked bomber. I bought it and then returned it. And what I want to explain is, it looks such cool girl chic, doesn't it? And it really is. I really loved it on. They're showing it here that you can wear it open. When I had it open like that, it didn't look that great, if I'm truly honest. It was a bit too oversized at the back. Let me show you what I mean here. Very puffy at the back. Here, that was hanging. This bit here was hanging too low to where it really open like this. I found it looked nicer on with it closed. The thing is, it depends on where you live and the weather you've got right now. If you're in the very south of the UK like me, it's too hot to wear a jacket, and our weather isn't season up anytime soon. But if you're in the north of England or Scotland or Wales, you've got a slightly cooler climate, or even if you can get this abroad and you've got a slightly cooler climate, then you're going to make use of this. It's as thin as a blouse. So you can't really hold on to it until autumn time, because it's not really a top that you can then layer a jacket over. It's a little bit restrictive, which is why I returned it. But I love it done up. Very, very chic. I want to show you this skirt. I was in Mango and I actually bought a white skirt. I can't find that on the website. But as I was looking through, this one really mimics the shape very well of the one I bought. It's got, as we all have, some pockets as well. And the pastel yellow colour, which I'm really loving. I love it there with the white vest top. I think that's a really lovely look, and it actually looks lovely with brown as well. So if you brought a lot of brown, that would work lovely. I think that's a really, really nice skirt. They've got that in a lot of sizes available, and it's down to £22.99. If you weren't that keen on the yellow, which I think would be perfect for holiday, they've got just a few sizes left in the black. And then this isn't the white skirt I bought, but they've got a few of the sizes. So they're doing the plus size in this style and shape, but the pastel yellow has a fair amount available. So I think you should check that one out. Mango always do some very interesting bags, and sale time is a good time to take a look at them. And a few that have caught my eye already. So I think, again, if you've got some events coming on in the summer and you don't want a black bag, this looks lovely. This natural fibre clutch bag, that's now from £49.99 down to £15.99. They do it in black, so if you were wearing an all black look or needed a black bag that had a summery feel, then that's available too at $15.99. So I think that's a very, very good option. Let's just go back to the page. I'm not sure about this one. The original price for this was $36.99, so it's that sort of long bag view. I don't think that would be that amazing. Let's have a look at some of the others. What else am I loving? I like some of their weave stuff. Ooh, what's this? Tennis club. Not much of a saving, only £10 off. That's a nice weekend bag. Beach bag if you wanted something a little bit different. Stay a little bit more chic with it. And then I think we're going to go back to this braided bag here. Sorry, let's click on it. This one would be a nice one for the office. It's make it a little bit different. I like the fact it's got a closed pouch. So the braided tote was $59.99, now down to $45.99. And that would take you through to autumn, so I really, really do like that. Going to do a bit on cohorts as well. There's quite a few that I was loving from Zara, and I just want to show you. So this is the linen set that I was really loving the look of. This has got that kind of barrel leg, so you're getting a bit of shape in the leg, and can you see here the top's going in at the waist, so you're creating a really lovely silhouette. And also like shoulder lines like this just, especially if you've got a bit slopey shoulders, this brings it out really lovely. And it's got the funnel neck. This is a really lovely piece that I think you'll love. Whether you're at home or whether you're traveling, I actually think an all white linen set looks very chic. It can look a bit PJs, so you really do have to accessorize it well. I would pair it a lot more with black leather or tan leather rather than flip-flops and stuff. Just, you know, even if it's thongs like they're showing here, but just get a bit of leather detail into it. A little bit of jewellery, just to elevate it up a bit. But I think this is a really good price. $29.99 for the shirt. You can never go wrong with a white linen shirt anyway. And then the trousers are coming in at $39.99. They're 100% linen, so I think that's a really, really good set. I'm intrigued by this set. I think this is really, really cool. And it says it's 100% linen. There's something about it. When I instantly look at it, I think, God, is that going to be really hot to wear? So I don't know, but I think this would be so lovely to travel in, especially if you've got a long flight and you're landing somewhere hot and you want to look sophisticated, but you want that kind of sporty chic vibe. This kind of really kind of hits that. And I like the fact that you can wear it with thong sliders, but if you really, really wanted to still be in your trainers, it would look good with both. I like this a lot. I think for me though, this would be very much lounge around in, travel in, but very sporty chic. If you're loving a bit of 70s vibe, this really oozes a bit of 70s for me. I'm loving the skirt. I really quite like the colour of this. I love the top stitching. I think that gives that kind of 70s kind of vibe. This shape of top is just really lovely on people that need a bit more shape to their shoulders. The collar makes it smart. That will look great with a pair of shorts, so you don't just have to wear it with a skirt. But if you had a bikini on and then you suddenly had to really go to a chic lunch, you know, like when you're staying in a really nice summer resort and they really don't want you wearing beachwear into their nice restaurant at lunchtime, you know, when you're going for the nice salad or pasta and glass of wine kind of lunch. I find a lot of really nice hotels really don't appreciate the beachy look in their restaurants at lunchtime. This would elevate you up, so you can have a nice bikini underneath, pop this on, you'd be so, so chic. It looks like they do it in a white. I like this colour a lot, which I think is like a bluey purple, like a lilac. But again, the white is very chic. I put this on my Instagram. This is amazing. I saw something similar when I was in store, but it wasn't quite this one. I think this is fabulous. I think the top and the detailing in the top with the tie and everything is unbelievably good value at 27.99. You can easily wear that top with jeans, denim shorts, little white skirt, just you could pair that with anything. And again, with the skirt, you could easily tee that just with a simple strappy tee or even a strapless little bandeau style top if you wanted to show off your midriff. I think this is lovely and really fabulous for holiday and such a good price. 27.99 for the top, 35.99 for the skirt. I think this is a hidden gem. I love this. Again, another one I showcased in my reel. I really, really do love this. I couldn't find it in store and I was going to buy it online, but if I remember correctly, they didn't have my size available. And if we're going to go into the top, I just need to show you this. Yeah, I needed a large. They've only got smaller sizes available. Let me show you here the reason why I couldn't order it for me. I've got a large bust. And if I show you here, can you see here? There's no material underneath. And so for me, it's going to gape. I kind of already know that. It's going to pull. I can see some ruching here, but I really do think I need, like it's got I forgot what it's called, smocking. That's the word I'm looking for. Smocking, so there'll be a bit of stretch. But I think for me, knowing I would probably have to wear a red top underneath, like a red vest, and then I think I'd be too hot. But I think that is so gorgeous. If you're not quite as big busted as me, you've got to get this. I'm so jealous. I am very jealous if you could easily wear this. I love it. And I'm hoping, oh, let me just go back. I'm hoping that I'm going to find it in store and be able to try it on. But I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's a bit of a whistle stop tour, to be honest, of a few items to look out for. But, just a few things to remember about buying in the sale is it's a good time to buy any items that have been on your radar, that have been on your wish list, and you would really, really like to have in your wardrobe. This is the time to buy. You don't have to feel like you need permission or anything. If you've really already been thinking it through and you've got the budget for it, then just buy it. And all I would say to you about sale items, it's something that everyone should be conscious of when they buy is just check the returns policy. So many retailers now are not allowing sale items to be returned. So if you're having to buy the 2 sizes to return one, just double check that you won't end up with store credit rather than a refund on your credit card. Just double check that, especially if you're in store. I think online you have like a limited time to return it, but I think in-store purchases, definitely double check because I've been caught out more than once. But have fun, enjoy the summer sale, and I hope some of the few things that I've shown you have been helpful.